Welcome, little explorers, to the very first chapter of a journey beyond your wildest dreams. Find your favorite spot, tuck yourself in, and let the magic begin. Our story starts in a place where the air smells like vanilla sugar, and the sun feels like a warm hug. This is the Marshmallow Cloud Kingdom, a land where the mountains are as soft as pillows. In the center of the kingdom sits a castle made of sparkling crystal sugar, glowing in the morning light. On a giant fluffy pancake spread with strawberry jam, our friends are having a very unusual breakfast. Let's say hello to the brave team who will lead us through the golden door. First, floating just a few inches above the jam is Ziggy, the flying cat. Ziggy has fur as orange as a sunset, bright blue wings, and a very curious spirit. In his tiny pocket he carries the golden key, the most powerful object in all the worlds. Next to him is his best friend Robo, the robot. Robo is made of shiny silver metal. His eyes blink with blue light when he thinks. Sometimes, if he gets too excited, his belly makes a ding sound and pops out a piece of toast. Then we have the elegant Luna, the moon fox. Luna's fur is so silver that it glows even in the brightest sunshine, like a piece of the moon fell to earth. And don't forget the smallest and fastest member, Twinkle, the starbird. She is a tiny ball of yellow feathers that leaves a trail of glitter wherever she zips. Tweet tweet. Under the table looking for drop crumbs is Ricky, the raccoon. Ricky wears a little green backpack full of spoons, strings, and things he calls treasures. And finally, sitting on a cloud nearby is the giant of the group, Stormo, the Cloud Giant. Stormo is as big as a house and as soft as a fleece blanket. He is a very happy giant. It was a perfect morning. The strawberry milk river was bubbling happily. But then a tiny fuzzy purple butterfly, no bigger than a grape, came fluttering by. It landed right on the tip of Stormo's giant fluffy white cloud nose. The butterfly's wings began to tickle. Stormo's nose began to twitch. Stormo's giant eyes crossed as he looked at the tiny purple guest. "Uh-oh," he whispered. His face began to scrunch up. His giant ears began to wiggle. He felt a sneeze coming. Robo's sensors turned red. "Warning! Warning! High-pressure nasal event detected. Everyone take cover." Stormo took a deep, deep breath. The wind pulled all the jam off the pancakes. A. Achoo! The sneeze was so big that it ripped a hole in the very air itself. A swirling golden tunnel opened up in the middle of their breakfast table. It was a sneeze portal. The plates flew in. The pancakes flew in. And then, our friends flew in. They were spinning around and around like socks in a magical washing machine. Ziggy grabbed Robo's hand and Luna grabbed Ricky's tail. They were headed for a new world. When the spinning finally stopped, they didn't land on soft marshmallows. They landed on something crunchy and yellow. "Oof," said Ricky, his face hitting the ground. Ziggy stood up and shook the yellow dust off his wings. He couldn't believe his eyes. They were in a vast golden desert. But it wasn't made of sand. It was made of cheese. The hills were giant blocks of golden cheddar. The ground was covered in crumbled Parmesan. The mountains in the distance had huge, round holes in them just like giant pieces of Swiss cheese. The air didn't smell like vanilla anymore. It smelled like a very large pizza. A bright blue sky stretched above them, but there were no clouds, only floating bubbles. The friends started walking, their feet making a crunch-crunch sound on the cheese ground. Suddenly, Twinkle pointed her wing toward a pineapple-shaped house in the distance. Standing in front of the pineapple house was a square fellow with big blue eyes and a very sad face. It was SpongeBob SquarePants, but he looked very flat and very weak. SpongeBob sighed, and a little puff of cheese dust came out of his mouth. "Oh, Ziggy! It's terrible," SpongeBob said, his voice sounding dry and crunchy. "A giant void shadow flew over our ocean and turned all the water into cheese. It stole our energy. I am so hungry and so tired I can't even do my signature laugh. See, it is broken." Ziggy felt the golden key in his pocket getting warmer. He knew he had to do something. He remembered the magic word hidden in the key. Light. To save the sponge, he needed a fruit. He needed something crisp, something red, and something that goes crunch when you bite it. Ziggy whispered the word clearly. Apple. The golden key flashed with a ruby light. In a burst of sparkles, a giant apple appeared. It was the most beautiful red apple SpongeBob had ever seen. Ziggy handed it to him. SpongeBob took a giant bite. Crunch! The sound echoed across the Cheddar Mountains. "Wow!" SpongeBob shouted, his body starting to turn bright yellow again. "This apple is magical." But the celebration was short. Suddenly, the ground began to shake. Thump, thump, thump. A giant shadow appeared on the horizon. It was a monster made of giant, spiky purple pineapples. The monster had glowing purple eyes and was rolling toward them like a giant bowling ball. Robo's belly made a loud ding, and a piece of toast flew out. Danger! Pineapple impact imminent. The pineapple monster roared. It was rolling faster and faster, crushing the cheese rocks. Ziggy saw the monster was too big to fight. They needed to move, and they needed to move now. Ziggy shouted at the top of his lungs. "Everyone, run!" They didn't wait. They started to run as fast as their legs could carry them. Ziggy's wings flapped hard. Robo's wheels spun. Ricky's little legs were a whirlwind. Even Patrick's star appeared from behind a rock and started running with them, holding a giant spoon. "Why are we running?" Patrick asked. "I don't know, but I like it." The pineapple monster was right behind them, but the word run gave them extra speed. They finally reached a safe cave made of blue crackers. The monster rolled right past them. SpongeBob sat down and took another bite of his apple. He looked at his new friends. He felt the sun on his face. He felt the energy in his body. He felt warm inside. A giant wobbling smile appeared on SpongeBob's square face. He started to glow gold. "I feel wonderful," SpongeBob said softly. "I feel happy." Ziggy cheered. "That's it, SpongeBob. When we are happy, the darkness has no power." As SpongeBob laughed his loud, squeaky laugh, the world around them began to change. The yellow cheese ground began to melt and turn back into the sparkling blue ocean water. Bikini Bottom was back. The bubbles were floating, and the music started to play once more. SpongeBob danced a little jig. "Bah-ha-ha-ha! We are happy! We are home!" The friends spent the afternoon playing with SpongeBob and Patrick in the blue water. But as the sun began to set under the sea, Ziggy felt a familiar pull in his pocket. The golden key was glowing with a cool white light. It was time for the next door. A new door appeared floating near the surface. It was covered in sparkling frost. Robo's eyes turned an icy blue. Warning! Drastic temperature drop ahead. Ice and snow detected. It looks cold, whispered Ricky, hugging his backpack. Is it a world made of ice? Luna looked at the frosty door and smiled. I see a castle made of snowflakes. A frozen adventure. Twinkle chirped. I hope there are snowmen to play with. Ziggy led the way toward the icy light. Let's go, friends. A new world is waiting. What will happen in the kingdom of ice? Will they meet the Snow Queen? Don't miss the next episode of the Golden Key Adventures. To be continued.